What's up from the Northeast? So today it is absolutely gorgeous here in the Northeast Kingdom. The lake is not frozen anymore and it's like 65, 66 degrees. It's beautiful. And what's crazy is 2 days ago, we got 6 inches of snow. And then the following day, it was 60 degrees and it all melted. And then today, it's finishing off the snow. And I'm like, my goodness, can this be it? Can winter be over? Can we start spring, please? But anyway, so I'm out here today with one of my absolute favorite guns. This is my Huben K1. This is a 2022 edition, 25 caliber. I said that right? 2022, yes. So the year the gun was made was 2022. This is the limited edition. It did have a carbon fiber shroud on it, but we had some issues the other day. I was shooting it and the threads gave out and the end cap went flying. I was able to recover it. Very lucky, I would say, that I was able to recover it, but it was not repairable. So I searched online to look for a new shroud and I decided to go with aluminum because obviously it's stronger. And I got it on the gun and I've had no issues with it. Shout out Aries Tactical. I had never heard of this store before. And as some of you know, Huben dealers in the United States are few, far, and in between. There's just not a lot of them. There's maybe two or three, I think. There's Aries Tactical, which is now my go-to for Huben. Crazy Cats or Kelly Cats, or I don't know what his name is, but he's a Huben guy. And then, gosh, I think that's it. But anyway, they're hard to find in the US. I wish more people would carry them because they're a fantastic gun. They're semi-automatic, they're crazy accurate, and they're easy to work on. This is the entire block right here. Just this little itty bitty guy right here is the entire block, basically the whole gun. Then you have your air tube. Your regulator is stationed about right here. Then you have your barrel. There's just not a lot going on. It's super easy to work on and tune and enjoy. Today I am playing with the new .253 H&N slugs. I'm out of the 48 grain. The 48 grain are insane. I mean, I can just rapid fire stack them into a $50 size group at 50 yards. Just bang, 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 bang. The 38 grain are not as good at this speed. The 48s are going about 900 FPS. I'm not exactly sure what these are going. If I had to guess, they're probably somewhere near 960, 980. But the 48 grain, if you have a 2022 25 caliber Huben K1, you need to do yourself a favor and get the new H&N 253 48 grain because they are awesome and they are now my go-to slug. But all I got left is 38 grain. So I'm just out here plinking, enjoying the gun and having some fun. I got a Vortex Strike Eagle 1:8x24 on this. I thought it suited it really well. It has a really wide field of view, and I plan to use this gun to do steel shoots against powder burner guys running rimfire. So I figured this would be the ideal scope. So let's get it off safe and let's take a couple shots downrange. Those double taps are so awesome. Right now I'm shooting at a 2-inch little paddle target, little steel target, and just double tapping it. Oof. So basically this thing goes as fast as you can pull the trigger. I'm still learning how to hold it. I feel like grabbing the entire grip doesn't work for me, but keeping my thumb out just stabilizes the gun so well and giving it some back pressure on the shoulder for nice, steady, accurate shots. What is great about a semi-auto is if you're a hunter, follow-up shots are right there. There's no time to waste. You can just bang, bang. And I've got a buddy, Jaylee, who is he's an expert in airgun technology when it comes to like the Vulcans and the Uragans. He is the go-to guy. If I ever have any questions about AGT, he's the guy I go to because that's what he specializes in. He owns about 8 of them. But he is also a big Huben guy, and he's been starting to get into Huben. He's got a 22, which is probably down the road. I don't know when I can afford it or if a deal comes along. I really would like another one of these in 22 with a synthetic stock to shoot slugs. Because I just like them. It's a forever gun for me. I'm gonna hang on to it and just love the crap out of it because it's so cool. I did add Aries Tactical also has these really cool loading gates, which helps you because loading the Huben can be a pain in the butt. It normally has this little plastic piece right here that you have to depress with the slug and then slide it in. So with this, you just lift it up. Get a little bit closer to the camera here. So you lift this up and it exposes 3 chambers instead of 1. So you can load 3 at a time and then rotate. You have a little lever on the side here that has to be lifted up, and then it rotates like a revolver. And what's really cool is each cylinder is rifled just like the barrel, which I thought was really neat. But the gun's very compact, very light, very pointable. Like I said, for hunting, this gun is awesome. The barrel is actually really short. I don't know how long the barrel is. If I had to guess, I would say 19 inches, maybe 20, could be less. But a lot of this is just shroud and baffles. They also have a very unique baffle system. I was talking to D-Rig over at Varmint Knockers. He is a huge Huben guy, and I believe he has like 8 of them. But he does all kinds of cool stuff with them. He does like crazy calibers like 223 and, you know, different 25 calibers. I'm not sure if he's done a 30, but that would be really cool to see a 30 Huben. But man, these guns are just really cool. I love the walnut stock. It's got nice stippling and then nice checkering on the foregrip and pistol grip. Surprisingly, the trigger is not bad. It's not, I wouldn't call it match grade. It's definitely not match grade, but it's light. It's probably around a pound, pound and a half, and it breaks predictably. You know, you don't have to fight with it. It's really hard to get a good trigger in a bullpup because you have a linkage system. The best bullpup triggers that I've personally felt are the Scout Evo and Epic. Obviously, there's no linkage system. It's a computer. They're electronic triggers, so they have that advantage of not having to have a linkage system. Some other notable bullpup triggers I'd say are good was the FX Maverick. That trigger was great. The old Impacts had really good triggers. I think the newer ones are not as good. The Taipans have fantastic triggers. I'd put them just below the Scouts when it comes to triggers, but they also have a linkage system. But the system, if you ever get a chance, or right now, go and Google the Taipan Veteran trigger system. It is the most wild trigger system you'll ever see. It's got, you know, 4 or 5 sears going on with, you know, 4 or 5 different adjustment points. It's really cool. But yeah, man, I'm just out here enjoying the day. I'm doing a little bit of plinking. I've got, you know, about an hour to just kind of relax and take a break from life. I've got a lot going on this week, so I needed to get out here and shoot. I hope you guys are out shooting too and enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the content. I haven't been putting out a lot of content. It's kind of a luxury for me right now with everything going on. But I'm waiting for some parts. I ordered the parts to build a 25 cal Barra 250Z. Barra sent me the incorrect parts the first time. Then the second time I got the correct parts, but they didn't send me a barrel. Then the third time they sent me the wrong caliber barrel, which was a 22. And now it's been about a week and a half of waiting for the 25 cal and it still hasn't shipped. So It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Barra kind of lacks in the customer service department. The woman I've been dealing with, Crystal, has been great. She seems to always be on point, but the parts department is just lacking. So Barra, you got to work on that, man. You really got to work on that. I'm going to call you out on that. I've never been one to bite my tongue, and I'm going to say, Barra, you get a C for your for that. I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people mad, and there's going to be fanboys that are going to jump in the comments and say, hey man, they're awesome, they've been great with me. And they might have been awesome with you, and they've been good with me, but this time around it's really been lacking and frustrating, because this build should have been done 4 weeks ago. I've got a lot of guys that have been asking me to show them how to port the block, and I've got this gun torn apart on my desk, and I don't really want to start the work until I have all the parts. I'm just very specific about how I do guns. When I'm doing a build, I won't even start it until I have every single part and every add-on that I'm going to use. I just like to wait. That way I can do it all in one sitting. I suffer, well, I guess I wouldn't say I suffer. It's kind of a superpower, but it has its shortcomings. I have ADHD real bad. So that's part of it. I like to do everything in one sitting, because sometimes I'll start a project, and if I don't have everything, I'll forget about it, and it'll never get done. So I have to get things done in one sitting. But anyway, guys, I don't want to waste any more of your time. I hope you are out there absolutely killing it in life. I hope everything is going great for you. I hope God blesses all of you, and I hope everything you need in this life comes to fruition for you. But I'm out of here. Later.